Hello, Sagittarius. This is going to be your weekly reading for April 6th to the 12th for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. How are you feeling, Saggy? Just trying to remember what last week's themes were. I've done quite a few because I've been doing the monthlies, okay? So, oh yes, on that. Now, because this is the week that I released the monthly videos for April, the weekly readings this week will take on a different format, okay? So there's going to be a theme card, there will be a soul message, there will be some crystal healing messages and clarified by the tarot, okay? Energy balance, my dear. Yes, the energy balance card likes to show up when we are either moving through this experience, we're coming out of the shadows into a more balanced outlook, experience, feeling, and that can go across what I've primarily talked about in a lot of the videos, okay? So in my energy healing work, I refer to the 5 bodies, or working with the 5 bodies within us. We are multidimensional beings. We are fascinating. We are fascinating, Sagittarius. We are multifaceted in our experience of the information, energy we are drawing in, absorbing, accumulating, and deciding if it rings true or not, and then obviously then processing for delivery out there into our environment. So we are more than just a soul. We are also a physical body, an emotional body, a thought body, an energy body, yeah? I think I'm talking to Sagittariuses that are finding joy in the disconnect, perhaps in obviously what is going on collectively for so many of us at this time. So whether you are actively participating in yoga, meditation, healing frequencies and listening to those, or doing anything that ultimately balances and nourishes you. So whatever you're feeling you're needing this week, Sagittarius, is the go-to for balance, okay? It will be healing. Depending on what element of us is calling to us, you know, there are people that are either overly emotional, so they struggle with their emotions, people that are heavily, predominantly driven by their thought body, so they're overthinkers perhaps, you know. We're only ever working in the shadow and light elements of each dimension, okay, just like we operate within shadow and light aspects of each chakra. So is thinking bad? No, but it can get to a point of imbalance. Are emotions bad? Hell no, but it can get to a point of imbalance. Is energy bad? No, you know, but our experience of it, our drawing in of it, our holding it, it can topple over, okay? So always remember, it's about shadow and light. There is nothing good or bad about the lower emotions, okay? So anger is it's a catalytic energy. So you're well within your right to experience anger. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And I think our society as a whole, psychologically, whether it's, you know, religion-based, whether it's what is socially correct, or whatever the case may be, Sagittarius, you know, even lower energy forms and emotional forms, such as envy, what else? Pride, you know, like you could say they're negative emotions or emotional states, if you like. However, they're teachers, yeah, they're wisdom teachers. Do you want to live your life in that energy forever? It's completely up to you. That is our divine will and choosing. However, there is so much more to explore within each of the dimensional aspects of ourselves, just as there is so much more to explore when it comes to the reality of the full comprehension and complexity of our chakras, okay? So we need, in order to truly balance our chakras, just like we're balancing our dimensions within us, you have to wade through the murkiness. You have to completely understand the darkness so that you know how it feels and how it moves and how it transmutes or not within you, okay? In order to truly understand and decide what the light version of that is. There's always a wisdom, there's always a nugget of wisdom, a gift in every experience. Same too within every state of experience, whether mental, emotional, energetic, or physical. And when we're downloading information, absorbing new information, you know, there's this whole psychological process that happens, cognitive dissonance, because it's new stuff. It's that conflicts with what I currently know about myself, my world, my reality. I don't know how to think about it, let alone communicate it. I'm communicating judgment. Just using judgment as an example because it doesn't resonate. Yeah, you move through the chakras, you move through the dimensional aspects of self at all times with anything. with anything, okay? And we are fundamentally always oscillating. There is no maintaining this high vibrational reality. Like as human beings, realistically, we are always walking and experiencing 3D, 4D, 5D at all times now. And you see it a lot in the light work communities, yeah? You see this this disassociation with anything that is dark or shadow, or that is the very humanity of what we are. We are here to experience our complexity in order to understand the true whole. I did a post on my Facebook page today about power versus empowerment, and it came up in, I think it was a Pisces reading, I'm not sure. This is what we're all working with. You know, this might not even be about your reading, but anyway, balance, yeah? I could talk all day. Can you tell I'm in that vibration today? How are you going? Are you okay? I know a lot of people are really struggling at this time. I think it's quite naive of us to expect that a lot of people are being productive with their time at home. We've fundamentally changed the rules of our existence and how we experience our everyday reality, and our routine is a very big thing when it comes to safety boundaries of the human psyche. We need that consistency. We need to know where we end and another begins, and where rules start and rules end. You know, it's such a mind trip. It is such a mind trip, this whole social experiment, really. I'll just leave that there. Let's not get political on this channel, Ali. Energy balance, Sag. What are you balancing? This is your soul message. Regret. Okay, I need you to take a closer look at the colours when I put it up. I know that I cannot change the past, okay? And you know, it's so easy for anyone to say, hey, just stop thinking about it, Sagittarius. You'll be fine. The past is over. No. Again, it's about being realistic about the states we're experiencing, so we're able to thoroughly process, integrate new wisdom, yeah? Because it's about wisdom. Why do you have regret, Sagittarius? Are you regretting choices you've made in the past that have led you to where you are today? Are you regretting not processing something to your genuine and true empowerment? Now, listen, I've got a Samsung 9, so the colours aren't true to form from what I understand. And my research when it comes to Samsungs versus iPhones, but we're not having that debate here, guys. I love my Samsung. But the colours aren't true to form. You can't see it. You can't see it without looking at it. This is actually quite a diluted yellow. Like it's not I wouldn't call it a vibrant yellow, okay? So if we use that as an analogy to describe a healthy state of the solar plexus, your solar plexus being your will and your empowerment, you know, your vitality, your life force, the energy that ultimately fuels you into your heart space, okay? And away from repression of creativity and away from your fears of your base chakra, Sagittarius. So empowerment exists within the sacral chakra, okay? But we can definitely be vibrating and working with power versus empowerment in that state too. You know, what is fueling your confidence? What is fueling your power? And is it power or is it empowerment, okay? Because I feel there's regret here that comes with ultimately not claiming your willpower, not or operating out of fear, yeah, because this is the center of your reading. This is again, it's a murkier kind of red. It's not a vibrant, healthy red like some of the soul cards I talk about. The symbolic expression of the colors that are on the cards, because you know, when there's a healthy red, it's more of a rich, vibrant watermelon color, and to me I interpret that intuitively on a card as a very healthy base chakra, okay? But this one is infused with that shade of murkiness as well, okay? Because the energy of regret and how that emotion sits within us, it's very heavy, and it ultimately keeps us tied to the past, Sagittarius. So I feel like I'm talking to Sagittarius as that a freeze framing. You're freeze framing within a time, a space, a decision, a crossroads that you perhaps didn't ultimately connect into at the time. Yeah, the day of judgment happens at so many points in our timeline throughout our day, not just one day when we pass. The day of judgment ultimately tasks us with the responsibility of answering from an empowered standpoint, enveloped fully by our deeper values, enveloped fully by the warmth of our wisdom and knowing about, you know, there's a lot of safety in knowing I know how to respond in this moment that is ultimately right for me. Yeah, and that energy free flows, Sagittarius. It free flows. Are we reacting out of fear that ultimately leads to regret? Are we suppressing genuine creativity? Are we not expressing our divine creativity in such a way that it leads to regret? Because there's so many ways we can work with the sacral chakra. Yeah, you see it. There's expressions of how that transpires all across the world and our society. Creativity and the sensual essence is something that can fundamentally be argued about, you know, how that sacral chakra exists within us as an expressive force of our divine essence. Are you feeling empowered, like I mentioned earlier? Is there regrets based on, you know, heart chakra stuff and not opening to the heart, not communicating our truth when we needed to, and put down boundaries, being blinded to seeing, you know, what was right for us at the time? You know, trust that you've made the decisions and choices that have been right for you in the moment, Sagittarius. I want to clarify, obviously, with some tarot. We're already on 11 minutes. God, I can talk all day. I'm going to put them back up. You are balancing out of regret, okay? That is the hope for this week. That is the silver lining around the cloud. That really wants to come out. Working out of regret and coming into balance unto yourself, Sagittarius. Know that this moment here, right now, just for you, is exactly what it needs to be. And everything that has happened has been of purpose. It has been a wisdom teacher. It has been your guide. Even our shadow selves and the shadow expressions of our chakras are our guides. They are wisdom nuggets. I've got to get another word other than nugget. I don't know if I really like that. There's two already on the table, so we'll pick one more, see if we have a jumper. Now the tarot will transfer this message for you, Saggy, into perhaps a practical application which might show where this is expressing in your life at this time. First card out is the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Coins, and the Queen of Pentacles. Now listen, you're being very practical. So there's a very practical focus, okay? What is it that you have not yet let go? You are wanting to let go. Are you regretting taking on board responsibilities that are not yours to carry? Are you balancing out this time feeling overburdened by choices you did not make in the past that have ultimately helped lead you to balance your responsibilities and balance everything you're carrying? Are you walking this journey alone? Because he's alone. Are you walking this journey alone and perhaps regretting choices that have ultimately led you to here? Regret can teach us so many things, Sagittarius. I see here there's a heavy weight that you are carrying that does not make you feel passionate. The energy behind the wands is about passion, drive, purpose, yeah? I was picking up strongly on that sacral chakra energy because, you know, the difference between yellow and red, the next one next is orange. There's something you really need to connect into the flower essences of what creatively sparks you, because you're reviewing some very practical stuff here with the Seven of Coins and the Queen of Pentacles. Where you're at right now, and it could definitely be about money. Okay, you're regretting a choice in the past that you made that had ultimately led you to feeling overburdened by your current responsibilities, financial or otherwise, walking a path alone, carrying responsibilities on your own. You're assessing things and you know that something's not going to give, okay? But you could also be assessing things and deciding how much more you're willing to invest and carry on your own too, okay? Because this is about that review checkpoint. You are not quite at the Ten of Coins, yes, but you know what? You are so much further than where you began. You are not at the Two of Coins, Three of Coins, okay? This is steady progress, more than. Okay, but it's certainly review time and you're reviewing options that's going to get you to here. The Queen of Pentacles, she offers something tangible. She is the divine essence of mother that is not just nurturing, but she has tangible evidence of that love. You know, this is acts of service. When we talk about our love language, when it comes to love, you know, She doesn't necessarily need or want anything. She's built a lifestyle for herself where she does not have to rely on anyone. Are you regretting that you haven't reached out and asked for help? Are you regretting that you're assessing how much of this has been actually contributed by you and your passionate choices about how you want to be able to build security in your life in any form? It doesn't have to be money, okay? It can be any form of security that you are building within yourself so that you can be free of the weight of things that aren't yours to carry anymore. But I'm talking about even practical levels of a Sagittarius ringing up and deciding to say, I'm not doing that subscription anymore, I'm cancelling this. You're reviewing things, and I think you're going to be able to find things that you can actually save money on. You can actually look at how far you have come. Look at yourself from where you were 10 months ago is what I want to say, Sagittarius. You've come a long way. Where you are going is this, if you choose to accept and release regret of the choices made in the past that haven't ultimately fast-forwarded you to what your ideal 10 of coins is now, yeah? You're at the 7 of coins, though. It's so close when it comes to feeling genuinely fulfilled and having something tangible and practical as a nest egg to have and hold, whether it be the security of a job, whether it be the security of a savings account, whether it be, a flourishing business. You have come a long way, but now it is time to assess what it is that you are carrying, the emotional influences and decisions you've made in the past that are ultimately feeling like regret. Now is the time to assess what you are carrying that no longer needs to be carried alone. You can reach out and ask for help. You can decide on what value you have when it comes to that dynamic too, because I feel like I'm talking to Sagittarius that want to be self-sufficient. They want to be independent. Yeah. Crystal message, my dear, because I'm already on 16, 17. Golly gosh. I talk so much. Intuitively. Okay, so the next Earth sign season is going to be relevant for you. So we are currently in Aries, and then we're heading into Taurus, okay? I feel like things are going to shift for you once you hit Taurus season. Oh, stop. Quartz, get clear. Get clear. You're getting some clarity, okay? There will definitely be clarity as you head from Taurus season, which is April, May, into July. 7 feels strong for me, okay? Quartz is it's an amplifier, it's reflective, and it's also receptive. What do you need to receive here in the lessons of regret? Clear quartz contains a full spectrum of colors, balance, and is a must for any crystal collection. Its flexibility and strength means it amplifies all actions and intentions. It is a keystone for healing and essential for our psychic and chakra balancing. The colors contained within reflect our soul and reveal to us our true spiritual nature. What are you regretting about the true nature of your intentions and your spiritual experience of life, Sagittarius? Encouraging us to experience all aspects of nature, human and divine. All aspects, like I was talking about earlier, about the balancing of the shadow, integrating the shadow stuff. It is all part and parcel of the journey into being able to oscillate up, oscillate down all of the time. There is no right or wrong. Its amplifying properties are shown in its ability to increase the effectiveness of acupuncture, the biomagnetic field, and other healing work. Its adaptive energies mean that it can be used in a myriad of ways, the key being the intention of the user. Quartz can enhance spiritual purpose, cleanse the soul and aura, improve mental and psychic abilities, and aids in focus and meditation. So, if you're on the physical energy, emotion, and thought bodies needing a good clear out and balance, get the quartz on it. Okay? Readily attainable. I don't know if you might have some at home, Sagittarius, but even just meditating on quartz, infusing, visualizing, using visualization techniques when it comes to your yoga and meditation practice, okay? Drawing this card signifies help is on its way. So this could be towards your financial stuff, okay? Sit quietly and focus on what part of your life needs some assistance. Be open to healing and change, and you will achieve what you desire. Get clear this week. Get out of the murkiness of regret. Get into balance. Trust that balance happens as part of the journey of completely understanding the all elements of us and our journey. Yeah, we had to make choices that ultimately felt like regret in the end, because it's all learning, It's all about balance, all right? You are exactly where you need to be. I hope that helps, Sagittarius. I'll see you for your monthly, which I haven't done yet, for April. And I'll see you next week. Have a good week.